Hello, my friends, and welcome to another one of Miss Claire's instructional videos. Today we're going to be talking about finding equal expressions, and specifically through the distributive property. So we talked a little bit about the distributive property in the last instructional video, but today we're going to be bringing up some other stuff and how to reverse it. So we're going to start with an expression that might look a little similar to one from your first test, the greatest common factor and least common multiple test. The points that we're trying to get across here is how we can factor things out. So we start by finding the greatest common factor between the coefficients that we have. So here we have 24x plus 18y. Our coefficients are 24 and 18. If I go through and find all the factors, our common factors are 2, 3, and 6. So let's start by taking out a factor of 2. When I take out a factor of 2, what that means is I'm taking 24x, I'm dividing that by 2, and I'm taking 18y and dividing that by 2. So what that means is I'm dividing 24 by 2, I get 12x. I divide 18 by 2, I get 9y. 18y divided by 2 gives me 9y. And similarly, if I take out a 3, that gives me 24. That's not a y, that's supposed to be an x. Come on, Miss Claire. 24x over 3 plus 18y over 3. I want to write that this is all times 2, and over here this is all times 3. So 24x divided by 3 gives me 8x. 18y divided by 3 gives me 6y's. Now, if I want to take out a 6, I'm going to skip this step because I can just know 24 divided by 6 gives me 4, so I have 4x. 18 divided by 6 is 3, so we do 3y. And that's all we need to write for factoring. So what this means is if I have 24x plus 18y is equal to 6 times the quantity 4x plus 3y, well, if I were to distribute all of this out, meaning I multiply the 6, what that means is I have 4x plus 3y plus 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 4x plus 3y. So that's going to end up giving me 24 x's because I have 4x 6 times. Another way that we can think about it is with the area model of multiplication. With this, I have 24x and 18y. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns there. So I end up with 4 x's and 3 y's, and all of that 6 times. Moving on, let's put this into practice a little bit more. If I'm trying to make equivalent expressions, I'm going to start by finding the factors of 30 and 18, just all of the factors of 18, and we want to find which ones they have in common. So we're going to pause right here, and when we come back, we will have all of the factors of 30 and 18. So we're back, and we found that the greatest common factors, or not the greatest common factors, just the common factors between 30 and 18 are 2, 3, and 6. So we can start by taking out a 2. That's one of them, right? So when I take out a 2, I end up with 30x divided by 2. So 30 divided by 2 is 15, so we end up with 15x plus 18y divided by 2. That's 18 divided by 2. That's 9y. So that's one equivalent expression. Another equivalent expression is I could take out a 3 or a 6, any common factor. If I take out a 3, that'll give me 30x divided by 3. 30 divided by 3 is 10, so 10x plus 18y divided by 3, or 18 divided by 3 is 6, so 6y. With our next one, what we can do is this is distributing out, right? So we are multiplying each piece by 9. The way that we were looking at that before was I have 8 or x plus 8 9 times. So that's one equivalent expression. It's a very long-winded equivalent expression, but I have x plus 8 9 times added together. Another way that we could think about that is I have 9 times the quantity x plus 8, and I can distribute, or I can multiply that 9 by that x, and then I can distribute the 9 to the 8 and get 9 times 8. That all simplifies down to 9x. That can't be simplified anymore. 9 times 8 is 72. So there's 1, 2, 3 equivalent expressions. This is the most simplified version of it, though. With this last one, we're finding the perimeter of a rectangle where the length is 2x plus 10 and the width is, or this one's 2x plus 1, that's what it is. This is 2x plus 1 and the width is 10. So if I want to find the perimeter of the fence, meaning I add the side lengths together, what I could do is I could add the length, which is 2x plus 1, to the width, which is 10. Then I could add the other length. So I added 1, now I need to add the other. 2x plus 1. And I added 1 of the width, so now I need to add the other. To add another 10. I could also use this expression, or this equation, perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus the width. So I have that the length is equal to 2x plus 1. I can plug that in for my L here, 2x plus 1. And I can plug my width in for 10 here. So length plus width, my width is 10. What I want you to do is simplify these expressions, show that they're equivalent, because we're working with the same rectangle. It should give us equivalent expressions. But I want you to work through that, show all of your work of combining terms, and then I want you to come show myself or Mr. Myers. With that, I hope you enjoyed this instructional video, and I will see you in the next one.